I'm an animator who animates on Photoshop. This is my full tutorial on how to do it. So to get started with animating on Photoshop, what you want to do is you want to come to Windows up here, press that, go all the way down to Timeline, and then this appears. When this comes up, we are given two options. We've got Create Video Timeline and Create Frame Animation. I'm more familiar with Create Video Timeline, so that's what I'll be showing you today. So we'll click on this. Once you've clicked that, this will appear. So we've got our first frame of animation and our first layer. This first frame is way too big for what we need it for, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut it down. So we can do this of one of two ways. The first way we can do this is we can grab this little toggle down here. This allows us to zoom out and in of our timeline. So once we've zoomed out to the point where we can see the end of the frame, what we're going to do is we're going to grab it, and this allows us to grow and shrink our frames. So in animation, you usually only want your animation to be on 1 or 2 frames a second, because that's how most animation works. But if you require more, you can just grow it and shrink it as you please. Option 2, we go to this little scissor icon right here, we click on our frame, and then we do this. So we split the frame into 2. But the problem here is it's now put the second frame on another layer. We don't want this, otherwise our entire animation is going to be like this, and the timeline is going to be a wreck. So to prevent this, what we're going to do is we're going to spam Ctrl-Z quickly, and we are going to go to this little arrow right here. So when we go to this arrow here, we press on that, we're given these 3 options. I always go for new video group. So when we press that, we are now given a video group. We're going to grab our frame and put it in there. So now this allows us to cut up our frame as much as we please and not make a bazillion layers out of it. So this keeps your timeline nice and neat and tidy. Talking about keeping things nice, neat and tidy, this will help you as well. So if you want to go to layers, this will be your layer tab. And down here, we have the groups icon. If we press on this, this will now appear in your layers tab so you can organize everything properly. You can have a group for background, you can have a group for sketch, line, anything you want. What I usually do with mine is I take my video group layer and I chuck it into sketch layer because that's what I will be doing my main sketches on first. So whilst I'm not using these other ones, I can lock them because I know every artist has done this. There is nothing worse than when you're doing your line art and realize you're on your sketch layer and then have to do it all over again. Don't lie, you know you've done it. Now I'm going to show you one of the most important tools to any animator. So, onion skinning. If you don't know what onion skinning is, it basically shows you the frames before and after. So on your current frame, you can line stuff up correctly. So how you enable onion skinning is you go to this little burger icon here and press enable onion skinning. And I'll show you it in an example here I made earlier. So I made this bouncing ball earlier using onion skinning. As you see in this frame here, this is our current frame. And these 2 lighter grey ones are the before and the after. So it helps us show what is coming before and after. So we can line everything up properly. If you want to see some more frames before and after, you would go to onion skinning settings. When you press that, this menu will pop up. These are your frames before, these are your frames after. This is the opacity of the ones before, and this the opacity of the ones after. And you can change the way your onion skinning looks. So you can have that, or you can have it like this, and just different ways of seeing the onion skinning. And the final thing is set timeline frame rate. This will be very important when it comes to timing. The universal standard for most shows or movies is 24 frames per second. You can go all the way up to 30 or 60 if you want, but most people just stick at 24. One thing I forgot to mention, go to Files, go to Export, go to Render Video. This is where you put your animation name, then you select what folder you want it to go into, and then work area down here means where it loops from. So from here to here, where the loop animation is, that's my work area, and it will only export that. Or you could have it export all frames, or you can select what frame you want it to end on. Then press render and you're good to go. I hope this video helped you. Let me know if it did and tag me in whatever you make. I really want to see it. But good luck and keep creating.